Hello, this is Jess, and this is chat session number 35, December 5th, Tuesday, about 10:30 p.m. at night. The weather's cooled down, it's nice. Christmas trees up, Christmas lights on the balcony rails, Christmas ornaments and garland hanging all over the house, Christmas tree wrap present on the front door. It's Christmassy around here, so that's a good thing. And happy Christmas season to everybody that might be watching. And we're going to get right on with the tidbits of history today. On this date, starting in 1945, at 2:10 p.m., 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers conspiring Flight 19 take off from the Fort Lauderdale Naval Air Station in Florida on a routine 3-hour training mission. Flight 19 was scheduled to take them due east for 120 miles, north for 73 miles, and then back over a final 120-mile leg that would return them to the naval base. They never returned. Later that evening, around 7 o'clock, this is further into the story, they sent a 13-man rescue operation plane or whatever to search the area. At 6:02, there was a brief transmission telling all the planes that were in the 19th Squadron in Flight 19 training mission to abandon their aircraft due to no fuel, and that was the last thing that was ever heard. This other rescue mission took off, and it went away too. It disappeared. So there was around, I would say, 19 and 13, around 30 plus military personnel were vanished, and there was one at that time. It was one of the largest airplane sea rescue operations ever in history of the United States. And they searched thousands of miles around the coast off of Florida all the way down to Cuba, around just a whole different area. And all these disappearances, they never found anything. And they brought up the big Bermuda Triangle theories and stuff about this area. And this just added more fuel to that fire that there's something there, something going on. But those people were never found. Pretty interesting stuff. Spooky kind of, but nonetheless, that's the day on this day in history. And now we're going to go to 1933. The 21st Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is ratified, repealing the 18th Amendment and bringing an end to the era of national prohibition of alcohol in America. The Volstead Act was passed with Wilson in the office. That allowed them to go in there and get rid of all the illegal places that were having liquor and the place that were making them and all that stuff. And Wilson actually vetoed it, and they ratified it through 2/3 of the House and Senate. Passed it without his approval. But it was a free ticket to organized crime. Al Capone got his start off the prohibition of getting all the liquor to everybody. It was just a bad bill, a bad moment in American politics, being swayed by a group of people that had grown in power in the 30s, and they were totally against alcohol. and they got their foot into the government and caused this thing to be passed. And then they lost their popularity with all the organized crime that happened, the billions of dollars that were lost in tax revenue, and on and on and on. So in 1933, it's ratified. The Constitution gets ratified with the 21st Amendment, and that took care of that. Add on to that, Mississippi actually got rid of prohibition of alcohol in 1966. So it took them quite a long time after most of America decided that they wanted to drink and they were going to drink, and Mississippi wasn't having none of it for quite some time. So that's crazy. They were drinking. People were drinking. It didn't stop anything. It just caused, like I said, organized crime to get developed, to avoid the government prosecution and all that illegal money. They built empires. Luciano in New York, Capone in Chicago. I mean, they had it going on. But anyway, it changed in 1933, and I think that was a good move from our government at that point of that. And now we're out of that. That's the history of that. That's the 1945 and 1933 on this day. But now talking about, political movements and things that are going on currently in 2017 in our politics. Have we all lost our belief that there's a democracy still left in the United States? I want to say I hope so. I think that there can be reform. I don't even know. Reform's not even the word. There can just be complete change, not to tolerate all of these elected officials getting a free ride off of our tax dollars and then passing legislation that hurts the people that are paying their salary. And that goes for the local government, the state government, and the federal government. There's just so much fraud, waste, and abuse. And I think that there needs to be some cleanup. I think that whole crap that Trump ran on about cleaning up the swamp, I think he creating a swamp. And I don't think that anything's been cleaned up at all since he became president. He's wanting to, and I'm not sure if he has yet, but he wants to get rid of all these federal parks, national parks that we have in the United States that are beautiful land. Industries kept out of there. It's just beautiful, pristine nature for us as American citizens to go and enjoy what our great country has to offer as far as natural surroundings and different things. And he wants to eliminate so much of that land so that his business buddies can go in and make industry and destroy it and dig for oil and all whatever they're going to do. That's very disappointing. That as a country, one of the things that we have is our ability to go around and see the beauty that is the United States whenever we feel like it. If we have the money, we take off and tour our country, and no one's gonna say anything to you about it. But once it gets turned over to the states, all kinds of different bureaucracies get in the way, and then all those places that were once free for us to go for being American citizens are gone. And I think that's worth looking into and letting them know that you don't approve of that. And they may pass legislation to take all the money and keep it for themselves, but they shouldn't be able to take the land that's ours as citizens of our country, take it away so they can profit on it and make more money from us in different ways, and it ruins our natural beauty of our country. We don't need to use all these resources that they say we do. There's new technologies that can help us return the wildlife areas of our nation, the areas where not very many humans go. We're running out of those, and I've been to quite a few national parks in New Mexico, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think it's fantastic that we have that freedom to go and hike and climb up in the mountains and know that it's not nobody's land, it's ours because we're United States citizens, set aside for us by our government. And now he wants to take that away. I don't understand it. I don't understand why he's allowed to. I don't understand why more people aren't talking about it like I am. Maybe they are. I'm just not seeing it. I think it should be a topic of great discussion, and I think those senators in Congress's phone, I think the phone needs to be ringing off the hook up there. I think that it's a shame. And I'm not able to go out and organize and do stuff. I can only talk about it, and like I said, one of my principles is awareness is the first key of change, where it would be deemed necessary by being aware of what's going on. This is one of those times. Okay, we're 12 minutes in. Sorry I'm rambled on about that. It's important to be aware of the finer things in life as a citizen that we have are being taken away, and it's not money. It's the opportunity to see some beautiful natural settings that haven't been contaminated by industry. Anyway, okay, be truthful, be happy, and let's look out for each other, okay? Have a great Tuesday evening.